Hey everyone! Today I'm going to tackle a couple of topics that I've gotten a lot of questions on recently, a lot more in depth than I have in past videos. As you can probably already tell by the title of this video, the two topics are going to be teasing and shaping your spikes. But considering how many questions I continue to get on the subject, I feel like I can break this down a little bit better with slower video footage for all of you. I can already tell this is going to be a little bit longer of a video, so buckle in kids because this one's going to be a doozy. First things first, I'm going to show you a couple of methods that you can use to add volume to your wig. Adding volume is one of the most important steps to spiking a wig, as you need the wig to look as full as possible to hide any gaps you may get from pulling the hairs into a little point on top. The first method is the easiest to do. This is nice for if you need to This is nice if you need to fluff up a wig or just want to start off with some volume before getting into the real teasing. So what we're going to do is make sure our wig is pinned securely to our wig head, and then flip that sucker upside down. Use the hairdryer to blow all the hair towards the ground the best that we can. The heat from the hairdryer will make the plastic fibers relax and take on a new shape. By flipping it upside down, we let gravity do the rest of the work by pulling the hair towards the ground. Make sure you give it time to cool though when you're done, or this won't work as well. If you're impatient like me, you can flip your hairdryer to the cool setting and hit it all over with some cooler air. Then flip it back upright and you've got a fluffier wig. Pretty neat, huh? Now the next method I'm going to show you is all teasing. First I'm going to start with a fine-tooth comb, since I think this is the thing most people already have in their hairstyling arsenal. So what you're going to do is grab a section of the hair you want to tease. Hold onto that hair securely as you then begin to comb the hair that you're holding down into the base of the wig. This is going to create a tangled section at the base, which is exactly what we need to get the hair to hold on to itself and stand upright, or at least fight gravity. As you can see, the hair is already a lot more gravity defying than it was with just the blow dryer. Now, because this is my favorite tool of all time, and also using the fine-tooth comb all over the wig will take way longer, I'm going to show you teasing with a teasing brush. The teasing brush I use is a cheap one I got from Walmart ages ago by Conair. It seems to be a little more expensive on Amazon, but I'll be sure to link it in the description if you want your own. Though you should be able to find one pretty much anywhere they sell hair products. Anyways, moving on to the actual tutorial again. With the teasing brush, I do essentially the same thing I do with the fine-tooth comb, grabbing a section, firmly holding the hair in my hand while combing it down into the base of the wig cap. The reason I like the teasing brush so much better is because, as you can probably tell, it teases the base much faster, and you can do larger sections with it. So if you need some serious volume in your wig, I like to go over the entire thing with the teasing brush just to get everything sticking up the best I can. It is so important to have a well-teased base to work off of when you're spiking a wig. I honestly cannot stress this enough. This is the step I found most people struggle with, myself included when I first started out, but this will really make or break your wig with the end result. Hairspray can only go so far, and honestly when using hairspray, I use it as sparingly as possible when initially styling. A few mists of hairspray every now and again while you're getting things into place, paired with a hairdryer to quickly dry it, should be enough to hold your spike in place. If your spikes are drooping a lot, you may need to tease the base some more because your hair doesn't have enough of a foundation to hold on to. What the teasing does is provide that foundation, giving those slippery little plastic fibers friends to hold on to for support as they attempt to defy gravity. And when you've given them enough support, your wig will look something like this. There is absolutely no hairspray in this wig, and just so you have something to compare it to, here's a side-by-side of what the wig looked like before we started versus now. Big difference, huh? At this point, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, I get it, teasing is important, but how do I smooth out the hair so I don't see all those tangles at the base? Well, that's where the fun part begins. From our base wig, I'm going to take a chunk of hair that I want to be an individual spike. Even though our wig is already teased all over, I like to do another serious tease to this chunk, just for good measure. Then, once that's super teased, I take my teasing brush and just lightly brush the spike how I want it, being careful not to ruin the base teasing too much. Then, I mist it with the hairspray and pinch it with my fingers while blow drying it into place. And just like that, we have a spike. Now, I'm going to show you again on a bigger chunk above that one. Again, I give it a really good teasing. Remember, we need that good foundation. And then start smoothing it in the direction you want it to go. In my case, I want this piece to swoop down above the first. Once I get the base swoop how I want, I mist the base and dry it into place. Then I go back to the point of the spike, trim a little off, and spray that into place, giving it a small curl by holding it with my fingers how I want it while drying it. Now, because that wig is kind of dark and hard to see with my garbage lighting, I'm going to show you one more time on a larger spike on a lighter wig. Once again, I take my section of wig, however, since this is a longer wig, I cut my spike down to approximately the length I'm going to need it first. Then I go in and begin teasing once again. Once I get the amount of volume I want, I begin smoothing out the top with my teasing brush. Again, being very careful not to brush too much of the teasing out. We just want to smooth down the top fibers. Then I swoop the spike into the shape that I want and mist the base with the hairspray and dry it into place. I end up trimming the ends since it was a lot longer than I wanted, and then I went back in to smooth it all out a bit before finishing it off. And that's all there really is to it. Hopefully this breakdown of how I tease my wigs and sculpt my spikes helps give you a better idea of how to work with your own wigs when spiking them. If you have any questions or suggestions for future tutorials or videos you'd like to see, please leave a comment below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you with your own wig adventures. 1, 2, 3,